Hello, this is Malorian, and this is going to be a 1750 game I had with my Tyranids against my brother's Grey Knights. Alright, so the game we got was the 4 objectives. So you can see that there's a tech marine, the red one scattered out, and there's also the one librarian on the left side. And what we wanted to do going into this game was just to play more of a fun game. He had really crushed me with his Imperial Guard before. He could easily crush me again. But we decided, hey, let's go fun. So I'm going with my combat Tyranids. He's going with his Grey Knights. And so what I have here, starting off, is I have my Moloch on the left side. I have my Turvagon, 5 Raveners, 10 Gaunts. Then over here I have 28 Hormagaunts, behind them 4 warriors, my Carnifex with crushing claws. I also have my Hive Tyrant with the 4 sets of the talons, the 2 guard, and he also has the ability that I have the +1 to my reserves, and 1 core can outflank. So what I'm going to have is another unit of 28 Hormagaunts outflank, as well as 16 Gene Stealers. On my brother's side, on the left there, he has 9 Grey Knights, he has 10 Stormtroopers, 9 Grey Knights, 9 Grey Knights. Behind them he has 5 Terminators, and then there he has 2 Side Cannons. There's also his Grand Master in there with the Icon of the Just. He has a Dreadnought, and then up in the building he also has 10 Stormtroopers and a Inquisitor with another Side Cannon. So going into this game, I think my brother was being really nice to me. I mean, usually I have no chance against his tanks, but in this case, it's my big creatures that he's going to have a lot of problems with. Plus, if my Hormagaunts and Gene Stealers pop out right beside him, they can easily wipe out units fairly easily. So we'll see how it goes, though. He has a ton of shooting, and my plan really is just to try and swamp him on the right here, and if I can, just kind of build up little units from my I'm going to call it my Nerdagon, because that's how I have it set up. He's a guy that's actually putting Termagants together. So my Nerdagon can make little things to capture objectives, and then just try and kill off his things, and keeping him back so I can hold all the objectives. Here's a close-up of my brother's army, painted really nice. Obviously the Dreadnought is a stand-in, but yeah, really nice shiny Grey Knight army. And with his Calidus move, he moves my Hive Tyrant back. So that's not going to be good, because that means, of course, another turn before I get into combat. Alright, so Grey Knights, they're to have the first turn. They move up, they shoot me up, but they really don't do very much damage. He kills 1 Ravener on the left, he kills a couple of Hormagaunts, he kills 1 warrior, but, I was just making cover saves like crazy, and so it wasn't really an effective first turn. But, of course, once I break through that cover, I'm going to be losing a lot more. So my Tyranids turn 1, I spawn out 11 Termagants. They run off to the one side. Otherwise, things are just kind of moving up as best I can. I'm just running up. There's no shooting really in my army. I make it so that my Raveners feel no pain, but otherwise that's it. Just waiting for the fighting turn. So Grey Knights turn 2. The Calidus pops up right back here by my Nerdagon. And after doing a little flame blast that kills 1 of the Raveners, decides to actually charge in here into my Nerdagon. So after shooting and combat and stuff, this is what it looks like. I'm down to just the 2 Raveners, and 1's down to 1 wound. I have just the 3 warriors there still, and he killed a few more of the Hormagaunts, but it's still 18 strong. So again, my armor saves or cover saves have been really good, and in combat there, my Nerdagon and the Calidus Assassin did nothing to each other, so really, again, it was just another ineffective turn. Nids turn 2, I spawn 7 Gaunts, but that's it. I can't do any more. I have my Hormagaunts come in, but they came from the left side, so they have a long way to go. My Moloch jumped up, killed 5 of the Grey Knights on the left side, so that's huge. Otherwise, I just kind of mainly moved up. The Calidus jumped out of combat. My Raveners charged into combat with the Stormtroopers. I foolishly forgot to shoot them with the Termagants first, but anyway, I just killed a couple and then they held. I made them feel no pain again. And then here on the right side, I threw that big unit of Hormagaunts into his Grey Knights, expecting to kill 3, because that's about what the averages are. I killed 1, and then he perfectly killed me off with attacks and then fearless losses, so that was kind of a real waste. So Grey Knights turn 3, the Calidus flames some Termagants and charges them. Up at the top, the Grey Knights charge my Moloch. I'm down to 3 wounds now, and I failed to get away, so I'm still stuck in there with him. In the combat with the Raveners, that's still going on. And he really did try doing a lot of shooting into my warriors. I still have one left. And as well, he pumped a lot of shooting into my Carnifex to try and kill it off. And then charged it. And so I'm down to 2 wounds now. And so I'm now looking that on the right side, where I thought I was really stacked up, I'm in a lot of trouble. Whereas on the left side, I'm doing really well, but I'm running out of things to attack. So it's really kind of turning into a really biased control of the board. Until my turn 3, because then my Gene Stealers came in on the right side, slaughtered all those Grey Knights, so that unit's gone. My warriors going back just to try and control that last objective. I was just barely in to get my Termagants into the range of the Grey Knights up there, and so I was able to kill a couple. My Moloch was able to peel off this time. I have to be a little bit careful because I'm out of Synapse now, so I could actually break and all those things, but I should have enough attacks to keep them down. And then my Hive Tyrant and unit went and charged into those Stormtroopers, so of course they were wiped out, and now it looks like the last bit of army is pretty surrounded. So, Grey Knights turn 4, the Stormtroopers come down to rapid fire the Grey Knights, and then the Grey Knights shoot them up to charge, but they really did very little damage shooting. It was only enough so I could make it so his Dreadnought couldn't charge. And then when he went in on me, I did almost no damage to him, but then the same thing came back, where he did almost no damage to me. So I think it turned out to be a draw combat, but really, luck was big time on my side. And then if you want to talk about luck, look at those Grey Knights. They move over to attack my guys, shoot them up, do I think a wound or something, and then roll double 1s for difficult terrain. So they're just standing there. Otherwise, it's another TIE combat at the top where he kills one Hormagaunt and I kill one of his Grey Knights. And yeah, his Calidus attacked by Ravener and they both killed each other. And then my turn 4, things are just going after objectives. The Moloch buries again in case there's another turn. Carnifex goes after the Stormtroopers, kills 4, and then ties them up in combat. Gene Stealers keep on whittling down the Grey Knights. And then here, with the Terminators, I got off my Psychic power that made them Weapon Skill 1, and I mean, that was just devastating. After that happened, I charged in with them and my Nerdagon and killed everybody except for his Grand Master. So, of course, now he has almost nothing left. And so with that, we decide just to call it there because, there's no reason for me to be sticking vinegar in a wound type thing, right? We know that all of his troops are pretty much toast. He's lost almost everything. It's obviously a nid win. So looking at why it happened, obviously, like I said at the beginning, he did take a little bit of a softer list. I mean, mine was soft, but his was very soft. And then, of course, I just had a lot of luck on my side. Just making lots of cover saves. Him failing that difficult terrain was huge. And really, if you look over the entire game, the only bit of good luck he had was wiping out that one Hormagaunt charge. And that was it. So a frustrating game for my brother. But actually, this is the very first win for my Tyranids. So I feel no remorse. I deserve a win eventually for these Tyranids. So there you go. And thanks for watching. Bye.